Reeves was the best player on the floor, and it wasn't close.
Especially because he scored in double figures in 8 straight games. It's the longest streak of his entire career.
We know what we have in Austin. He's very confident.
We've seen him make big shots, buzzer beaters.
Corner to Westbrook. Final seconds. Out to Reeves. Three-pointer. Bang!
He has a level of mental and physical toughness, and those are the type of guys that LeBron James also loves.
Austin Reeves has become the first NBA player to ever catch the industry plant allegations. And today we putting him on trial for these allegations. Is Austin Reeves the NBA's first ever industry plant? It's only one way to find out. Reeves grew up in the small town of Cedar Ridge, Arkansas. This is a town with a population of only 5,000 people, and the high school itself wasn't big either, with just 400 students attending the high school. But that didn't stop Reeves from making a name for himself in the area as a killer on the court. He averaged 32 a game in his senior year, and he even had a game where he dropped over 70 points. He was also running point for this team at 6'5", developing those important guard skills. But even with his great performances, it wasn't enough to get any attention being from this small town. He wasn't ranked by ESPN, he wasn't ranked by 247 Sports, and big schools at the next level were just not interested. However, Wichita State, they were interested, and Reeves signed on board. He had an uneventful freshman season where he never started a game and only averaged 4 points per game, but behind the scenes, Austin Reeves was dealing with a serious shoulder issue. His shoulder actually dislocated 3 times in his freshman year at Wichita State alone, and this is apparently something that he had been dealing with for the last couple of years, dating all the way back to high school. Reeves got surgery to repair his shoulder over the offseason, and after some recovery, he was ready for his sophomore year. In that season, he got to play a little bit more, and he doubled his points per game average now with 8, but Reeves, he was not satisfied with this role. He was not even starting, and he knew that he was capable of more, and that is when he made his decision that he was going to transfer to Oklahoma. Because of the transfer rules, Reeves had to sit out his first year at Oklahoma, but he used this time wisely, getting better and getting his body right so that he could really ball out the next season, where he would be starting immediately. As a full-time starter, Reeves dropped nearly 15 points per game, but that was on nasty efficiency. He was dropping tour dates on a daily basis. But there were games that did show some promise, like these 41 points on TCU and a big-time game winner to go with it.
They're taking too long. Reeves for the win! Got it!
But if Reeves wanted to accomplish his dream to reach the next level, his final season at Oklahoma needed to be a big one, and he did average 18, 5, and 4 on decent efficiency, so a good season, and Oklahoma even made the tournament, and Reeves cooked up a good meal on Gonzaga with 27 points.
Reeves gets past Suggs and floats it in again. Nearly perfect, especially early, and yet you're down by double digits. Yeah. Reeves makes it single digits again with Reeves in tight. Oh, that's a tough one.
But was all of this enough for teams to take him seriously and select him with a draft pick in the 2021 NBA draft? 60 picks go by, and Austin Reeves' name has not been called. His dream of making the league just became that much more difficult for him to pull off, but after being underlooked his entire life, this was just another day for Austin Reeves. He would wait for his next opportunity, and he would make the best of it when it came. And the opportunity that came was a summer league roster spot on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were looking to add 2 to 3 more guys to their roster, and those who performed well in the summer league, they had a pretty good shot at getting those final spots on the roster. But in that summer league, it was not looking good for Reeves. He simply just was not playing well. He had a game-winning putback, but he was dropping tour dates once again. Not only was he shooting tour dates, he was shooting tour dates in Q1. Shit was getting ugly like Draymond. But the Los Angeles Lakers still saw something in Reeves despite that disappointing summer league that he just had. They signed him on to a 2-way contract initially, but before the 2021 to 2022 NBA season even got started, the Lakers gave Austin Reeves a full contract. He made it happen, man. He secured a spot in the NBA and he accomplished his dream. But what is the point in all of that if he's not getting to play the sport that he loves? Now, the Lakers occasionally ran him as a rotational player to start the season, and by the end of December, he had scored in double figures in 5 games. For an undrafted rookie, he was surpassing expectations, and it wasn't long until he had a big moment against Dallas.
Corner to Westbrook. Final seconds. Out to Reeves. Three-pointer. Bang! Well, they've got the big 3, but it's the undrafted rookie who already has a nickname. AR-15. Here we go.
There is something about Austin Reeves, man. He might just have a clutch gene because just 3 months later, he hit a huge dagger on the Utah Jazz.
Out to Reeves for three. Got it!
And in that last game of the season, Reeves dropped a monster career-high game with 31 points and a triple-double. He was showing a little bit of everything out there, just a mad impressive game where he looked and played like the best player on the court. And you know, it also helps his brand that months into his career, he was already becoming a meme after this interaction with LeBron James. I might end up using this shit as a thumbnail on the video, man. We'll have to see. So season 1 is in the books. It was a decent rookie year for Reeves, but the disappointing season by the Lakers definitely was not something that he was satisfied with.
Yeah, no, I felt good. Individual success was there, but as everybody knows, the team success was, and that's really all that matters at the end of the day is how many games you win. But man, I'm living my dream. I'm playing basketball for a living, so I can't really complain. Right, crazy.
Especially considering this was his favorite team growing up. The Lakers had struck gold by giving the undrafted Austin Reeves a shot and a full contract for the season. He was one of the few bright spots on a nasty team. But in year 2, it would be important for Reeves to keep growing as a player, and he has done that. 21 points against the Spurs, 22 against Portland, 25 against Philly, and 20 on the Hornets. Reeves was getting more playing time and he was doing solid work with it. But the run he was about to go on in March, it was madness. He has averaged over 18 points and 5 assists with one of the best true shooting percentages in the league. He is producing high-level offense efficiently. And his game against the Orlando Magic, man, that really put him on the radar.
He's been the difference maker, creates! Look at the referee, everybody froze, and now Reeves scores! And 1! Reeves, here he goes, on its way, Reeves has it again! Austin Reeves, he is clutch right now!
A career high of 35 points, leading the LA Lakers to a much-needed win over the Orlando Magic in a game where AD kinda disappeared. This game got everyone talking about Austin Reeves. The NBA deadass dropped a 1-hour highlight reel of Austin Reeves in honor of this performance. What in the hell is even going on here?
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
Mom, I want to watch 2 for 1. We have 2 for 1 at home. This is crazy, man. A dude averaging 9 points per game for his career just got a 1-hour highlight reel in the 2nd year of his career. This is not looking good for his industry plant allegations. It's really not. But after this game, it got everybody talking.
Austin Reeves was the best player on the floor last night for both BOAF team, Skip. He was the best player, and it wasn't close.
Which they won thanks to Hillbilly Kobe, as they call him on Twitter. Austin Reeves. Okay.
Nick, he was going to put Markelle Fultz in a little bit of a spin cycle there.
Look, a couple of games ago when he was, trash talking a little bit, I was like, he's got that dog in it.
It's been quite a find for the Lakers. He's kind of playing his way into the back end of the 6th Man of the Year conversation.
Have you seen anybody with his jersey? They better start printing those number 15s out there if they aren't yet.
Especially because he scored in double figures in 8 straight games. It's the longest streak of his entire career.
How about the Lakers last night? Coward, what a performance from Austin Reeves, the Oklahoma legend. Look at that, 35 points, career high. He was on fire. He carried them.
His teammates absolutely love him too, and they've had a lot of praise for him.
Yes, sir, man. It's the man of the day, MVP. You heard him.
Well deserved. More than capable, honestly. Just not being surprised. I mean, he's capable. We get to that free throw line. We dominate the game from a lot of different levels. So, what more you want me to say? Dude's a killer.
He carried us tonight with his play. Got whatever he wanted. Pick and rolls, threes, got to the line. We know what we have in Austin. He's very confident when he played that way tonight.
Basketball for a long time, so if I...
Okay, I won't say that. I won't say the word after that.
I'm mic'd up. Mother lover. Get on me.
Just talk to your teammates, but LeBron tweeted, "Hey, are you a bad mother? Shut your mouth. You too tough." Stuff like some emojis, etc.
That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, well,
I believe you. I believe it's not just a player. You're talking about arguably one of the greatest players ever. And for SportsCenter for airing me out for a tweet or a post that I made in 2012 about LeBron, I appreciate that.
And of course, the fans love Austin Reeves too.
What was it like in the 4th quarter, important game, to hear this crowd chant MVP for you?
Every time I take the court, play with a sense of urgency, and, you know, leave it all out on the floor. Because, I mean, I just feel like that's how basketball should be played. Any sport, you should give it 110% at all times. Obviously, that's never sustainable, but for them to, you know, recognize, you know, what I do, obviously not an MVP caliber player. For them to do that for me is special and means a lot to me. So, you know, shout out Laker Nation.
But of course, there is the whole free throw dilemma and controversy around Austin Reeves' name. If you have been on Twitter, you already know about it. Austin Reeves is getting a superstar whistle, and the numbers are speaking for themselves. And Austin Reeves spoke for himself too when he was asked about it.
You know, obviously watch, you know, games and, you know, people in the past, James Harden, Trae Young, when he comes up ball screens and people are trying to fight over because he's, you know, such a good playmaker, floater shooter, that if you get it going earlier, you know that they got to try to contest, like rear view contest. So you can pick spots here and there to use their speed and energy to try to get back in front to draw a foul like that or stuff like that. So I've watched James Harden, you know, like I said, Trae, to masters at that, and kind of try to, you know, put it into my game.
Reeves is a smart player, man. He knows how to draw fouls. He has studied it. But I won't deny he does get better treatment from the refs than a lot of other players, even all-star players. This is crazy. So after all of this, is Austin Reeves the NBA's first ever industry plant? First of all, we have to understand what exactly industry plant means. This term is of course used in music to describe an artist that has come up due to major label backing, but they present themselves as if they miraculously made it out of the struggle. Basically, their success is because of a label pushing them, but they try to act like they have an underdog story. In basketball terms, this can be used really loosely just because it's literally never happened before. So of course you can make up your own definition of what an industry plan is and say, oh yeah, he fits the mold. I can absolutely see why people are throwing these allegations onto Austin Reeves. But what if Austin Reeves is just good at basketball? Reeves is a talented player in the huge LA market, so he's always going to be in the spotlight. And when playing at the level he is right now for the Lakers, in the absence of the great LeBron James, he's inevitably going to be talked about. The superstar whistle he gets is crazy, I'm not gonna lie about that. And the 1 hour highlight reel, man, that shit is even crazier. But Austin Reeves can absolutely play, and his story is a genuine, inspirational underdog story that anybody can get behind.
What kind of ones do you buy? The AR always got my back. Always.
Last question, Mike.
Even though he loved Kobe back in the day.